Which is harder, the Yorkshire Three Peaks or the Surrey Three Peaks? On paper, I think it probably should be the Yorkshire Three Peaks because it's 5,200 metres of upping and downing, 24 miles, compared to about 3,500 feet upping and downing and 22, 23 miles in the Surrey Three Peaks. And then, of course, there's difference in the terrain. But anyway, hopefully I'll find out today. I'm parked at the bottom of Box Hill. And my plan is to go up and down Box Hill and then onto Leith Hill and Holmbury Hill and back round in one 22-mile circuit, I think, and we'll see how it goes and I shall give you an answer. But it's going to be a glorious weather today for a change, which is so the view from the top of Box Hill should be quite spectacular. It's very early in the morning, and it's about 5 o'clock in the morning, so I'll see you at the top. Started the stepping stones. So I'll put my feet. That's hazard over. Well, certainly quite a tough start going up Box Hill. I don't know, halfway up maybe. Quite a steep climb on steps. What about that for a view? Must be Dorking, I guess. Well, I reckon Surrey Three Peaks, the Yorkshire Three Peaks, that was the stiffest climb of all the three peaks in Yorkshire. Consistently steep, pretty relentless. I mean, Ingleborough comes fairly close, being a much longer climb. I think of about 500 or 600 metres. Dorking over there. Behind that is Denby's Wine Estate, and I guess that must be Leith Hill over there, the second of the Surrey Three Peaks. Oh, Adventure of the TV lived here. Start of the descent off Box Hill. Remember, it's quite a steep descent as well as a pretty steep ascent. But Box Hill, I think, is the toughest of the three Surrey peaks. It's just good to get this one out the way first. Unlike last time I did it, I left it till last. I parked halfway up Box Hill and then did 22 miles and had to do that really stiff climb up the stepping stones at the end of the day. If I remember rightly, it was very hot as well. Anyway, on the way down now. Well, down the bottom of Box Hill now, and I think I'm going to be going on all the A24 underpass through the Denby Wine Estate, but that was quite a stiff descent. There we go, through the underpass, the A24 underpass. Pretty. Nice murals. Right. Now we're going through the Denby Estate, I believe. Actually, we're on the North Downs Way. There we go. That's where we are. I think the drone and traffic will fade into the distance. Impressive bridge. So here we are in Denby's estate. It could be in France. So, I'm in the Denby estate somewhere, and I think I've just spotted Leith Hill Tower. It is just there. There it is. I'll zoom in a bit. I'll zoom in a lot. There it is. Just crossed Ranmore Common Road, I think. Look right, left and right again. Or left, right, left again. And once more for luck. Whole field through full of these sky blue wildflowers. It's quite a bit different. Surrey Three Peaks is quite a bit different from Yorkshire Three Peaks. Apart from having better weather when I did the Yorkshire Three Peaks course. It's very agricultural. I'm about just over a quarter of the way round now. And done Box Hill, done the stiffest climbing. Terrain, as you can see, is more wooded and wildflowers rather than open moorland and rocks. Rougher terrain, very much in Yorkshire. This is gentler, softer on the feet, I'd say. Anyway, see how it goes, see how far I get. Over and out. So, I'm about a third of the way through now, and I've hardly come across anyone. Got a few joggers, a couple of cyclists, I think, one walker. Mind you, it is 7:30 in the morning, so there won't be that many people out, but it's midweek. Passed through a little village called Westcott, I think, on the A25 just outside Dorking. And a few weeks ago, a good friend of ours threw a surprise party for JD. She was so taken by him and what I wrote about him in the first book, his love for trees, Marmite and music. So she laid on a special event, surprise party for him in the garden of a mansion in this place, Westcott, and laid on some music for him. We spread a rug out underneath a big tree, and she dished up Marmite sandwiches. Such a lovely gesture. I'm alright with cows, but horses, horseflies as well. You've just been bitten. Oh, a disaster has struck. About half a mile back, I was going through a narrow path and then walked straight into an overhanging branch that I didn't see, and cracked my head and started to bleed a fair bit. So I'm trying to wipe it off, debating whether to continue or go back. I feel okay, a little bit shocked, but whether to carry on. It's 4 miles to walk directly back to my car through Dorking town centre, which probably raise a few eyebrows. I might just carry on for a bit, see how it goes. It was a path such as this that I bashed my head. So although Surrey Three Peaks may not be as arduous as Yorkshire Three Peaks, it is dangerous in oh so many ways. Tree number 2. Tree number 2. Tree number 2. And there's the tower over there. See it much nearer now. There we go. That's where I'm headed, I hope. Well, as much as I hate to admit defeat, I have a choice here. I could cut across to the return leg. I'm cutting out about a third of the Surrey Three Peaks by doing that, but I think it's probably the safer option with the cut on my head. I think it's stopped bleeding, but I don't want to chance it. I'm almost at the top of Leith Hill, then I've got Holmbury Hill to do after that, but I've got a chance now to take a shortcut back. With regret, I think I'm going to have to do it, so sorry about that. Parts of this route are quite hard to find. I've got GPX maps, which is pretty accurate, but you have to keep your eyes peeled for the turn-offs because some of the paths aren't obvious. Some of them are pretty overgrown. And well, this one's not too bad, but one I've just been on the side of this field I missed and had to come back for it. Very narrow, overgrown, barbed wire at the top of one fence on the left and stinging nettles and thorns on the other side, and a sunken path about a couple of feet wide. And I was being very cautious of any overhanging branches for obvious reasons. Going down is so much harder, slower than going up. This is pretty bloody steep and sunken, as you can see. Hardly enough room to put 2 feet through. And then there's a fallen log. Like a salt course. Hang on. Who's whistling? I think that's a bird. I don't think it's human. Thorns. Get away. No way would I have found this path without GPX maps. Ah, crikey. So I assume it's down there. I would use my poles, but I'm filming. I have to cater for my many tens of viewers. I'll turn off there. I fancied staying in a yurt. Not right at the moment. Pity, I go there Friday to Sunday. Coffee in the copse. Coffee with the copse. Coffee in the copse. I think that's Ranmore Common up there, so I've got to go up and over that, and then Box Hill comes into view I think shortly after. It's getting hotter now, it's about 9:30. Right, about to cross the railway line again and head up onto Ranmore Common, the other side. If I remember rightly, this is quite a steep climb, and on the outbound circuit I crossed the line somewhere down that way. Oh, here comes a train. Must be the train from, I don't know, going to West Humble anyway. Oh, look at that, there we go. Nothing coming that way, nothing coming that way. Don't step on the lines. About the Surrey Three Peaks, or like 4 peaks. There's Ranmore Common as well, which is never to be underestimated. Look. This is the view from the top of Ranmore Common. It's a pretty brutally steep climb. Over there is Leith Hill. You can just about see the tower there. There's the tower. And Hombury Hill, I guess, is that one on the left. But I didn't quite make it today, so I came back. And just as well, because, you know, having done Leith and Holmbury and Box Hill, then you're faced with an unexpected bonus of the Ramble Common climb, which is, I don't know, maybe 200 metres, almost steep enough to scramble, but not quite. One of those awkward types of slopes where you don't know if you're going down your hands and knees or you stay on your feet and use your poles, which is what I did. Anyway, made it. Okay, nearly back now. Only about a mile and a bit, going through Denby's wine estate. And there's Box Hill there, where I started my day. It's now 11:30. So that's 6¼ hours to get here. There have been some pretty damn steep inclines and declines. They've been quite short but very steep. And plus there's the heat factor, of course, which we didn't have in Yorkshire Three Peaks. There's more the cold factor than the heat factor, but you know, the heat saps your energy a lot more, I think. So, some respects, this is, well, no, it's not really tougher than Yorkshire Three Peaks, I suppose.